Alright, so we've got a lot of new information on new events, probably new ways to power up characters, probably new characters too, I guess you should say, and a bunch more information. So let's just get right into it. Now, first off, we've got some new stuff, and obviously they're saying they don't know when, but there's gonna be gear and accessory summon banners, and this should be fine, as long as like they don't introduce like exclusive gears, because we know right now like this HP, this like healing one, it seems, is not in the game, or like you can't get it. You can't get the speed one, you can't get the stun set, and this one, we're gonna get it through the world event, and it's very possible that we get the stun, speed lower, and HP one through the world event too, like the season 2 raid basically. And squad and kingdom summon banners, I have no clue what they could introduce, but maybe like they're gonna give us rewards for like the squads, because basically we need certain amount of like resources to get buffs for the whole guild, right? Now, gear crafting missions, I mean, we already know gear crafting, so this, I mean, it's something, right? Getting missions for it is not bad, I guess. But to be fair, I don't want to craft when it takes 500,000 gold per crafting. And then world boss, obviously, one world boss will be unlocked per week over the course of 3 weeks. You get to fight against a total of 3 world bosses. And the world boss will be this week, so getting 3 is interesting. And there being 3 is also something, because like we know of this one, but I guess it's going to show multiple, right? So next up, let's go to this. This is the main part of the video, I want to say. Now, this is really interesting and opens up a lot for the future, them doing something like this. They had stuff like this in Phantom Knights. For those that watch me in Phantom Knights, this was like the only type of event we'd get. And there's something kind of similar in Legends, Dragon Ball Legends, so let's talk about it. So there's an event with a story and stages with bosses and challenges, so also kind of like Slimy Isekai Memories. Basically, we're going to do the story, then we're going to do stage with bosses and challenges, and then we're going to farm currency that could be exchanged for items in the shop. Now we have the shop here, and we're going to talk about it, and then we can potentially get the Charlotte costume here. This is the Charlotte costume, and it's been repurposed. Before it was literally, she was supposed to be in place of Noelle. Thank God Noelle released, because bro, she's the best unit, bro. I love her so much. But we could get her repurposed because she's still in the files and everything, and she's still a character, and it seems like she's a new character, because this is Charlotte and this is the original Charlotte, and usually skins, the ultimates, have the same ultimate art pose, but now she has a different pose, right? So we could imagine that this Charlotte and this Charlotte are 2 different characters. So it could be a costume or it could be a new unit. We'll have to see there. I could see it being a new unit. Now some characters will boost the drop of items. Probably gonna be when this comes out. It's gonna be, should be, when Kiado and Kohono come out. So Kiado and Kohono should boost them. The Gifso also, like the old man, and we should have the seasonals that will boost this. Then various missions also. So I think this event will actually be so fun. I love farming points for like an event shop, so that's something. And then boss stages will open on specific days, and you need to reach X points to do this challenge stages. So basically how it works is that there's gonna be there's gonna be bosses, and then you're going to be able to do the challenges after, which is probably going to give us a big amount of points in those challenge stages. And then, of course, as we see here, so certain mages up. And then this is for missions. This is just the event banner, and same with that. This is usually how they have it. And I think, do we see something like that here? No, we don't. But I feel like I remember seeing it in a previous post, but I could be completely wrong. But yeah, so as for Charlotte, I could see her being either in the next season or just like a skin, but it would be weird if it was a skin, because she has this art, and that art obviously is different than the original Charlotte pose. So we'll have to see for that. And as for the things we could farm, let's get through it. So first off, we got talent materials, skill materials, talent, skill, talent, skill, talent, skill, right? So this is going to be very good, all of this. And then an event item used in the exchange center, then a large amount of Yule. And then these are more talent stuff, and then it's a bunch of gear, which honestly we need. All this is, it's seeming to be gear, so this is all good. We could also probably get Charlotte just like as like you get a certain amount of points, then you get her. Now this is the exchange shop, but there's probably going to be more rewards because obviously we see a mission here. So I really hope they repurpose Charlotte to be in it, but of course not 100%. I think getting gear though is going to be good. Like this is an exchange shop for points. I'm going to guess you get a certain amount of points, and then, or not points, but like medals, or like how would they say it? Or just items. I don't know, like, you know what I mean. And then on the bottom, there's going to be, where is it? So like upgrade stones for gear, and then more seems like skill pages, then bond gifts too. That's huge. That's honestly huge. And then mana spring material, that's the next thing we're going to talk about. We're going to kind of loop into it. So basically, Mana Fountain, Mana Spring, whatever you want to call it. So it should be like a limited time event or something along the lines, because this is like the kind of banner ratio that you'd see for limited time events. If not, they're going to introduce a new thing completely. So basically, as we see here, use items to get mana. Depending on the item, it will give you more or less mana. You have a limited amount of items you can use to get the mana. It seems like this is the material you're going to use for that, right? And then the mana itself, where you're going to use like this mana fountain, it's going to be to level up your, leveling up the mana fountain will give all your mages passives such as more stats and level. So this could outright mean that we could get to like level 110, 120, which is kind of insane that we could get to that point. We'll have to see what exactly it means, but just getting more ways to increase is good, as long as it doesn't affect speed, but it obviously could. I just feel like this is nice. Something like this is nice, especially if you get it through events, and as long as you play, you'll be able to do the mana fountain more, so that's huge. Very excited though, honestly, for the event. Where is it? Like this event, these events are really fun to me, and I can't wait. Now next up, this is huge as hell, because it means a new type of game mode too, dungeons, like actual dungeons. So basically, there's gonna be a limited challenge event, and it has 4 different events or like dungeons, everyone with different floors. You have to fight monsters and find treasures, and we could see there's like these, right? So it's gonna be like, you can see it's kind of like a dungeon. So you're gonna have to find monsters, find treasures, so that's a lot of resources, and then a special currency is needed to play. So we'll probably get a certain amount a week or month, and then we'll be able to play it and then get a bunch of resources, which is cool as hell. I just love more game modes is good for the game, because right now there's not many like game modes you're able to play, and you want to be able to play more. But already in this, events, right? We've got events, we've got world boss, and then we've got mana fountain, we've got dungeons, and then next up we've got basically the pickpocket boss, which is this. This is gonna be a bit interesting, because basically it's going to be obviously so the stimulated poison of the thief in wave 2 deals continuous damage to your ally. The thief in wave 1 has high damage res. The thief in wave 1 performs a counterattack on your ally and applies a harmful effect to them. Try removing continuous damage to remove the stimulated poison applied to the thief by the thief in wave 2. So there's 2 waves, which is this is gonna be basically the Noel event. And there's 2 waves, because obviously before we had like the tornadoes we fought in the first wave, then second wave we fought Noel. So for this, poison is going to be applied in the second wave, which is basically why Ghost, let me pull this up. Actually, I mean, it's fine. So basically, Ghost's skill page is just removing poison and DOTs, and this literally is a DOT thing. Try removing continuous damage DOTs to remove the stimulating poison, and if he doesn't remove DOTs with his skill page, he removes poison 100%. This is like Ghost's skill page was literally made for this. I just find that a bit weird, but hey, at least this is free rewards. I hope it's better than Noel's, but overall this is good, and it seems like we're gonna get more stuff. And of course, there's all this in the future too, which I think this is the event that they're talking about, because this is what talent and then affection, I guess, with gear, and then all of that is in the event here. So like we see all of those like gear, we see here bond, and then also talent stuff. So really interesting that all this is shown, and I honestly cannot wait. I'm very excited for all of this to come out, especially, bro, if they actually do release this, that would be sick. So yeah, that's this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.